So I was looking through the news earlier today because I'm a young, informed individual, and definitely not solely because I needed inspiration for a video today. It's because I'm responsible and up to date in the world. And I see this article from the US Sun. Close encounter, I'm a pilot. I saw a giant UFO twice the size of a city while flying at 35,000 feet before it vanished into the night. I'm sorry, huh? Dude? It vanished into the night. It disappeared? It flew away? Was it cloaked? Captain Arturo Saucedo said his plane was plunged into total darkness in the sky before he noticed the gigantic spacecraft. He was flying over the central Mexican state of... I feel like articles are trying to make me look like a giant moron. So, bear with me with names of foreign cities and people. He was flying over the central Mexican state of
Querétaro.
Mr. Saucedo said, "Suddenly we were plunged into total darkness with only the panels lit up. I then saw a beam of light that I first thought was something from Starlink, as I had seen some of the images about Elon Musk's company. I said, what is that? It looked very strange." This whole thing got me thinking we should probably be better prepared. No? So let's go ahead and watch our favorite show and the best way to prepare, the most dense information on the subject you can possibly find. This is Ancient Aliens Top 3 Terrifying Alien Encounters from Season 20.
Every year, thousands of UFO sightings are reported, and experiencers are often left wondering what they actually saw. But some incidents are so intense and so terrifying that the witnesses are certain that what they encountered is not of this world.
Okay, strong intro with this guy. I can't even pay attention to the words he's saying. What's going on with this, like, moose knuckle situation, right? He's kind of got like a Crocodile Dundee type thing going on, but then he's also like really just mashed his fucking bits all up in there. You know, you gotta, hey man, you need more spacious pants. Something loose fitting maybe. So there's a fucking unidentified submerged object down below his fucking belt buckle.
Experiencers are often left wondering what they actually saw.
Let's
Number 3
go.
in our countdown, the Rendlesham Forest incident.
Rendlesham.
There is a remote forest in the village of Rendlesham. The event occurred on December 26th, 1980.
Fucking Christmas alien, dude. That was just Santa. You saw Santa heading back, heading home.
Airman John Burroughs was performing a routine security check when he received orders to investigate a possible downed aircraft.
We're driving down the road leading to the east gate to check on it when all of a sudden he saw some strange lights in the forest.
The air felt different. I don't know how to really explain that, but it did feel like there was electricity on our skin and hair and stuff. But that progressively got worse the closer we got to the tree line.
That might be one of the actual most terrifying things about the idea of an alien craft. Not knowing how it operates or what it's emitting or whether or not the materials it's made out of are conducive to developing cancer or any sort of weird, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be the guy who has to check it out first. So it's an unfortunate position to be in.
And it got more intense.
As the servicemen approached the strange lights, Sergeant Peniston
Look like the goddamn milkman. Oh good, the milkman's here. He's gonna get to the bottom of it.
The craft was triangular in shape, measuring about 6 to 7 feet high, black in color. I had come around to the far side of the craft, and that's when I noticed that there was, inscription on the side. It is about 3 feet long, maybe 6 inches high. Instead of something familiar, I see these pictorial type glyphs, and got running my hand over the side of the craft. I don't know how to explain this. It's like someone was holding a picture up, okay?
I know the feeling. I mean, not to this extent. I've never stumbled upon a strange craft in the forest or anything, but I have taken way too strong of an edible in high school and then, gone to science class. So, same, but different. Just doing your best to look okay while you decipher your biology book. you're gonna have a bad time.
I don't know how to explain this. It's like someone was holding a picture up, okay? There was this feeling of being drawn into it or being pulled into it, like someone was holding a picture up of zeros and ones in my mind's eye.
The strange visions Sergeant Peniston had upon touching the craft has made this one of Britain's most famous UFO encounters.
Damn, he just fucking touched the craft and you just got blasted with the Matrix, like binary code shit. Cool. Cool.
Even more compelling is what happened after. Over the following...
Every time we do a video from Ancient Aliens or anything about UFOs, I always end up more suspicious of the people they show me. It's always suspicious people. There's always something a little bit off about them.
2 evenings, U.S. Air Force Colonel Charles Halt reported further strange sightings. He led his own search party to put an end to the confusion. But instead of finding a logical explanation, they discovered high levels of radioactivity where Burroughs and Peniston had previously seen the strange craft. They then spotted a light in a nearby field that suddenly came towards them through the trees at high speed.
That'd be fucking terrifying.
4 or 5 objects in the sky. Then one came at high speed, stopped directly overhead, 3, 4, maybe 5,000 feet, and sent down a concentrated beam about 8 or 10 feet from us. I was really concerned then. At that point, I was thinking, why did I ever get involved in this? How will I ever explain this?
I mean, how else are you supposed to react? That's a very human reaction to what's going on. So he actually passes the test, dude. I was suspicious of, was he actually an alien in disguise based on that one picture? But he now passes the test. That's a very human reaction to have to the situation. Because it's like, on one hand, you know, I want to see something like this because you'll be like, oh, good, I got some answers. Yes, I also have 1 million more questions, right? But at least I got some answers. I know there's something deeper, something bigger going on out there. I could also be very happy to not ever have something like that happen and just be living in my own small world. It's hard to know exactly how you would react to something like this, right?
Now, I did a cold case review for the Ministry of Defense. I am still subject to
the Pope! Let's go, dude! They called in the Pope! You always gotta get to the Pope. He's the closest thing we got to God, dude. And who else are you gonna ask? It'd be so funny if I just always thought this was the Pope, and just nobody ever told me. I was like, so cool to get the Pope involved in all these Ancient Alien episodes.
the Official Secrets Act. But I can tell you, chances are, these craft were real. And if they're real, they might actually be extraterrestrial.
Today, the frightening encounter
or military, let's be real,
in the UFO community as Britain's Roswell.
Oh shit,
For
Britain's got a
Aaron Burroughs
Roswell?
And Sergeant...
I'm so hyper-focused on the US with UFOs sometimes. You never think about a British Roswell. Just an alien crashing in the middle of tea time, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Just trying to enjoy your fucking bangers and mash? Or whatever beige and or gray food that you're eating?
The event wasn't easy to leave behind. Both men had lasting physical and psychological effects from the encounter.
What, they get superpowers? Is that what I'm supposed to... Can they see the future now? Are they telekinetic? That felt too dramatic.
After the incident, I started having throat and eye problems. At one point, my gums turned white. I also had vision problems, and when I went and saw the doctor, one of his first questions was, had I been...
Were you around aliens? This looks like classic alienitis.
Never exposed to radiation. I've definitely had dreams about it, and I still have feelings about what happened.
This is exactly what I was saying.
Prior to the incident, my views on
Don't touch shit.
any kind of phenomena like UFOs,
Random stuff.
things like that, they didn't exist. I never believed that kind of stuff. But after the life-changing event of December 1980, my views were different. It opened up the possibility that we're not alone.
So the main takeaway from the first alien encounter, I guess, would be, hey, don't fucking touch it. Right? Don't touch the thing. Get somebody else to do it. You send somebody else to go touch it. Hey, go touch that thing. Report back to me in a couple months. And then maybe I'll go. And since I don't have the technical skills to like approach something that's highly radioactive, I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta resort back to old monkey tactics, and you gotta just chuck stuff at it, right? You chuck rocks and sticks at the thing. You see how it responds. These guys just fucking wandered right up to it and started running their hand along it. So rule number 1, no touchy. Don't touch.
Number 2 on our countdown, the Travis Walton abduction.
The
Let's go, dude. Number 2.
National Forest, Arizona. November 5th, 1975. 22-year-old...
Damn, dude, that's the YMCA guy.
Pick yourself off the ground, I said, young man.
2-year-old forestry worker Travis Walton and a group of co-workers are driving home after sundown when suddenly a strange light appears in the sky.
I noticed some little glimmers of light coming through the trees. It was only when we got to where this light was crossing the road that we had an unobstructed view of the craft. It was a clearly visible, clearly defined metallic object, a disc hovering there, outlined against the sky. I threw open the door, thinking...
I thought he said he threw up. Just see the alien and fucking throw up everywhere.
And I'd get a closer look before it took off. That's when this energy hit me. I felt like a physical blow, but with a sort of a tingling, sort of an electric shock sort of feeling at the same time.
Walton basically got zapped by this blinding light.
But he's getting hit with some sort of beam.
According to Travis Walton, the mysterious beam of light rendered him unconscious. And when he awoke, he found himself in a room surrounded by strange beings.
I was looking straight into the face of this creature. These small beings were humanoid, but so unhuman. It's just terrifying.
Is J-Rod there though? Because from what I know, J-Rod was pretty chill. Just ask for J-Rod. That's what I do. At this point, you got to name drop. You can be like, J-Rod? Anybody seen J-Rod or D-Money? Because they could get me out of this sticky situation. Throw all the names you know, dude. Bob Lazar. Fuck it. Anunnaki. Binary star system. Terms, just phrases you've heard. Be like, holy shit, wait a minute. This guy might be a genius. This guy knows things.
And that's when they put this mask over my face, and I just blacked out real quickly. When I woke up, I was lying face down, outside
ass up or
in the cold.
Ooh, yikes.
Was on
pants up or pants down. It's important, Travis. It's an important distinction, Travis. Was trow down or trow up?
And I ran down into the town and found a telephone and called my family for help.
Experienced a genuine extraterrestrial encounter.
What no one asked was, what about the rest of the crew? They were given lie detector tests by state police, which they passed. I don't know the purpose that they had. All I know is what happened to me. This was unmistakable.
Okay, so what did we learn from the second one? I guess don't run at it. I mean, it seems very, very similar to the first thing that we learned from the first encounter. Don't touch it. But I mean, I guess before that, what we've learned is don't even run at it. So if it's crashed, don't touch it. Hands off. Right? If it's still an active UFO, don't aggressively run at it. Okay, moving on to number 1, the abduction of Whitley Straber. Straber? Straber.
Abduction of Whitley
Straber.
Ulster County, New York. December 26th, 1985. Best-selling author Whitley Straber is celebrating Christmas with his wife and young son at their cabin. In the middle of the night, he is awoken by a disturbing feeling.
I felt that there was something around me. In other words, there was movement that shouldn't have been there. And I opened my eyes, and I saw these big black eyes staring at me. And I had no idea where I was. It was a little round room, and I began to scream. This automatic voice turned on saying,
yeah, it's always something that happens in the middle of somebody's sleep, or it involves sleeping, or some sort of a sleep paralysis type thing, which is, in my experience as somebody who's had sleep paralysis a number of times in my life, it's always accompanied by this overwhelming feeling of something being around you or watching you or about to touch you, or sometimes you can see things. So it's difficult for me to take claims when somebody is just awoken seriously.
This automatic voice turned on saying, "What can we do to help you stop screaming?" There were these other figures, dark blue little figures darting around. I mean, they assaulted me, basically. It was not easy. It was a very terrifying experience. I'm on my side, on my right side, and there's a hand pressing down on my left temple, pressing it into the pillow in like waves, like this. And I can't struggle, I can't move a muscle, I can't see anything.
Paralysis.
I am completely immobilized. After a few seconds, that ends. And I think, was it a dream? Then, the next day or the day after, my ear started hurting. I reach up and I feel this bump here on my ear. And I thought, oh my God, it's an implant.
Hold up. That's a lot of information to take in. Excuse my laughter, but what? Dude, you just automatically knew there's a fucking implant in your ear? That was the first thing that you thought of. You would immediately wake up and be like, fuck, I've been microchipped. God damn it, microchipped.
There was an attempt to remove it. It failed because the implant went from here right down into here on its own.
That's it. I'm not gonna do anymore.
And the doctor pulled out. 2 days later, it went from my earlobe back up to where it is to this day.
What, dude? These damn little things fucking swimming around in his ear. Fucking hard to get, huh? The implant is movable or potentially alive, I guess. There's a doctor somewhere out there who can testify that this is true, and potentially a third voice. Was that the nurse? Was that his wife? I'm not sure.
Could extraterrestrials really have implanted some kind of device inside Whitley Straber's ear? And if so, why? According to Whitley, whatever the implant is, it has had a profound effect on him.
Dude, even if you fucking just think there's an alien implant in your skin, it's gonna affect you. You're gonna have a different life because of that, right? There's life two different ways. Non-tracked by aliens, and then there's life over here where alien implant, abductee, we're not alone in the universe. Like, but why do they want this guy? Is it just random? They just do a certain amount of people to track them? Or is he unique and special? Does he have secret ear information that the aliens need? Who knows?
In 2015, I noticed a slit opened up in my right eye, and you could see words racing through it.
What? From the outside or from the inside? Like a programmable, like an advertisement? Dude, this is...
Opened up in my right eye, and you could see words racing through it. They were like someone was typing very quickly and racing. And it had something to do with my writing, because at the same time, my ability to do research changed dramatically and weirdly. I found that if I just thought about something I needed, no matter how obscure, one way or another it would have come to me.
Since receiving the alleged implant, Straber...
So the implant is helping him. I'll take 2, dude. Please, for the love of God. I could use some help. Okay, so he got an implant in the ear, and now he's a fucking super journalist. Very cool. Why would the aliens want you to be a crazy good journalist? So you can do the story on them? Like, have they returned and been like, okay, now here's the deal. We want you to fucking write about us. Or do they just think, like, you're a pretty cool guy, and they're like, let's give him a hand. Because I'd like that, dude. I'd like the limitless chip or whatever the fuck this thing is.
Since receiving the alleged implant, Straber claims to have had regular interaction with otherworldly beings.
The visitors are a part of my life now, very much so. I don't think I would be comfortable working without knowing that there was, using the implant, that there was a connection.
Alien encounter number 3. We learned, let's all say it together, alien microchips make you super good at journalism. So all of our rules in order, don't touch it. If it's not crash landed and it's still out, don't run at it. Don't do that, don't be a hero. And then rule number 3 is, even though the past 2 rules kind of imply that they're aggressive and maybe even evil, at the same time, they might just make you excel in your career. NCT chip, basically. It's the limitless chip. So you do what you want with that information. Every bit helps, I guess.
Experiencers are often left wondering what they actually saw.